This January, I, like many others, am taking a break from booze. So I've been experimenting with a couple different mocktails, and I have found this one to be the most refreshing after a day at the shop. So working in a shaker or a tall glass, I'm gonna muddle the berries with the mint, as well as with a little touch of agave. You can use any berries you have. I've got some blackberries, some blueberries, some raspberries. You can just eyeball it. And then I'm gonna put about a teaspoon of agave and the juice of 1 lemon. And then I'm gonna add a sprig of mint. And I like to kind of squeeze them a little as I put them in the shaker so that I can enjoy the mint, but also it starts to activate the essence of the mint. And then I'm gonna muddle all the ingredients together, making sure to pop every berry in there. That's probably good enough. Now I'm gonna add a little ice and give it a shake.
Good, got your shot?
So now for our garnish. Mint leaves, and then a raspberry. We all know, without garnish, mocktails are just bitter juice. You can add a little agave to make it sweeter, but if you had a long day and you wanna add vodka, I'm not gonna judge you. For today's mocktail-inspired vase arrangement, I'm gonna actually use a container I normally use as a pot. Pots usually have a wider opening, so you need some sort of structure in the container or on top of the container to help you place your flowers without them flopping over. I'm gonna use some chicken wire, but you could also use some floral tape or scotch tape. You want your chicken wire to be tight enough that you can almost hold it from there, but be careful, of course. When working in an opaque container, I like to make sure my water level is really high. That way I don't have to worry about whether or not the stems are hitting the water if I'm not putting the stem all the way to the bottom of the vase. Our stems, of course, are inspired by the mocktail. I have these insanely beautiful anemones that are grown locally, some calla lilies that are like the raspberry color, and I actually have berries that are on a stem. Such a treat. These are blackberries from California. I'm gonna use the sumac to create a base layer. When working with materials that are from a tree or a bush, they usually have a woody stem. So in order for them to properly hydrate, you have to cut up into the stem or smash it with the end of your clippers. Next, I'm gonna use some of my Ginestra, which represents our soda. Since these anemones are really my star, I'm gonna let them hang out a little bit taller than all the other elements. I'm gonna add my little mint pieces around the edge. I have one more anemone and I know exactly where I wanna put it. Well, thank goodness we don't have to take a month off of beautiful flowers because I don't think I could handle that. I hope this arrangement inspired you, and I hope that mocktails will help you get through the rest of your dry January. Cheers.